Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Urvashi and I work as a professional trainer and I provide trainings in front-end development technologies, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js and Regex. Welcome to the 8th video of JavaScript of Let's Crack It with Urvashi series. In today's video, we are going to talk about type conversion and regex, that is regular expression. As we have already seen implicit cohesion in data types in JavaScript video. If you have not seen the video, I will add that video somewhere here. So do check that out. And apart from that, and in today's video, we are going to talk about explicit cohesion in particular. So these two are very important in terms of interviews. We will see how we can convert the data types from number to string, string to number, etc. And with that, we are going to see regex, that is regular expression. Even if you don't like creating regex pattern, it's absolutely fine. But at least being a JavaScript developer, you should know how to use those patterns. So that is what we are going to see. And I will show you the basics of regular expression, like how those patterns are being created, basics for that. And before we go to the video, don't forget to check out my front-end development interview preparation material. I've added the description below, so do check that out. Now let's get to the video. Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to start with type conversion and regex in JavaScript. So very first thing we have is type conversion. So from the name itself, we can judge that type means data type. And whenever we talk about data types means data type of JavaScript like string, number, boolean, arrays, objects. So basically we can change those data types of an existing variable. Like for example, I have a string. I want to convert it into a number. So I can do that type conversion. Now conversions are of two types, that is implicit and explicit. So in implicit cohesion, the data type is changed or accepted according to the web browser, according to the JavaScript automatically. For example, if I try to do the sum of 2 plus 2 in string, that is numeric string, that will give me 22. So here automatically my 2 number is converted to string value and I got 22 as the result. So here type conversion happened automatically. Next type of type conversion is explicit. That means we, being a developer, forcefully change the data type of a variable. For example, I want to convert a variable into another data type. I can do that with explicit type conversion. So there are two types, implicit cohesion and the explicit. Now we can convert number, boolean to string and string to boolean and number. So you can do all these data types conversion. So let's go to Visual Studio Code and see all these conversions one by one. So here I have HTML file and I have attached external JS file. So let me just consider a variable x equal to 23.45. So this is going to be my decimal number. So if I do console.log of type of x, that means I can check the data type of x. Let me just run this. So if we go to inspect, we can see it is going to be a number. So data type of x is number, which is correct. Now let's say I want to convert number to string. So let's say console.log of string of x. Now I'm converting x, which is a number, to a string. So if I see, I will get a 23.45. That is going to be my string value. Now next we have console.log of x dot to string. So we have dot to string method as well to convert my number to a string. Then we have console.log of x dot to fixed. We have dot to fixed as well to convert a number to a string. Then we have more methods as well that we did in this string data type when we did data type for the first time. So we have more methods like x dot to precision. So we have already seen these methods when we did the string data type. In the data type videos, when we did string, we already saw these methods. So they all return these string values. So if I see, you will get all these strings. So all these are string values that you get. Now, I can convert boolean to string as well. That means boolean is nothing but true and false value. I can convert those boolean values to string. So let's say console.log of string of false. So false is my boolean value. So I will get a false value in string. And here also I will get a true value in string. So the output will be something like this. So here I can see false and true. I can convert my date to my string value. That basically means console.log of string to date. So I will just pass my date and I will get a string output. If I refresh, I will get this value in the string. That means we can convert our date object to string. Now we can convert string to number now. Till now we have seen all the values to string. Now we'll see all the values to the number. So let's say I have y equal to 20. Now this is one condition over here, that the string has to be a numeric string. That string has to be numeric. Numeric string is basically a string which contains all the numbers in the form of string. So I can just write console.log of number of y. Y is my string. So if I run, I will get this number. So this 20 in string converted to number. Now let's say there is an empty string. So I will get a 0 value over here. Now last we have convert boolean to number. That means we can convert true false values to the number as well. So if I do console.log of number of true, that means I will get a value which is going to be 1. And the same value if I run for false, I will get a 0 value. That is 0. So this is how we can convert even booleans to number. So this is what we call the explicit conversions. That means I am forcefully converting their data type. Now the other type we have implicit, which we have already seen when we did string operator, that is implicit coercion. For example, if I am writing console.log of, let's say, 10 in string plus 20. So I will simply get 1020. That means automatically this 20 is converted to string. Then if I'm writing console.log of, let's say, 20 of string plus null. Now these type of questions are asked a lot in interviews. So here I will get 20 null. Not just freshers, but for experienced IT people as well, these type of questions are asked a lot. And I told you guys when we did these operators as well, when we did arithmetic or assignment operators, that they follow operator precedence. That means they will see the data types. That is, it's now string number. Then according to the operator, let's say if it's plus, minus, multiply, divide. So if there is a statement like this, let's say. So that means it is going to follow operator precedence over here. That means slash will have a high priority. Then if slash and multiply is there, they both have the same priority. At that time it will run from left to right. So this will be the output 17. So at that time the interviewers never ask you to run the code. At that time, by looking at the code, you have to judge that what will be the output, and accordingly you have to give the output. You can't run the code at that time, so you have to practice a lot such questions. So generally in type conversion, these type of questions are being asked. After this type conversion, we have regex. Now regex stands for regular expression. Now this topic is something which is there in every programming language. It's there in Java, it's there in C++, it's there in Python. So you can use regex with any language. It is there in PHP as well. So it's a generic topic. We are going to see how we are going to use that in JavaScript. So now regex is basically a regular expression which will be a sequence of characters that forms a search pattern. That means we are going to create some search pattern which is going to be a sequence of characters. That means a string value. So these regex are basically work on only string data type. So that means you really need to have a string to work around with regex. And when you search for a data in text, you can use this search pattern to describe what you are searching for. That means, let's say if I'm searching for a text, let's say I want to search for a word which is present more than once in my complete string. So simply I can use a regex. And let's say if I want to check my number, contact number should only contain digits, not the alphabets. And let's say I want to check that my age has to be a number, no string value can go inside it, and length has to be 2. So all those things can be done with the regex. So even your form validations can be handled with regex. Now these patterns are something which we don't have to actually create. There are, high skilled developers who have already created and posted them online. Now there are a lot of skilled developers who have already created and posted it online, and we can simply embed that in our code. So we can simply Google for these regex. Let's say I want to have an email regex, right, for email validation. So simply I can get that online and I can use it. Now regular expression can be single character or a complicated pattern as well. Now, search pattern can be used for text search, replace operations. So we can generally use search, match, and replace methods with the string using these patterns. Now, next thing comes, how can we write it? Now, even to take it from online, how we are going to use it, we need to know the basic. So we are going to see modifiers that we have in regex, that we, even if I'm taking email regex online, I should know how it looks. So let's continue here. So let's say I have regex over here. So let me just consider some string value. Let's say open a website in web browser. So I have this string over here. Let me add leading and trailing spaces. So if I want to have a length of a string, I will just use string.length property, and I will get the length. So if I refresh, I will get 33 as the length. Okay, let me just comment the above code. So if I refresh, I will get 33 as the length. Now, let's say we have modifiers in regex. So let's say if you want to globally search for something, in a string. So if you want to search for a string globally, simply I'm going to create a pattern like this. Let's say where pattern is equal to //g. In between, we are going to put the word we are looking for. Let's say I'm looking for inward over here. And I will simply say where result is equal to, now I can use match method, I can use search method, I can use replace method. But right now I don't want to replace, I just want to get the result. So I'm just going to use match method. Dot match. So string, that is this str dot match, and here I'm going to pass this pattern. And match is a method which gives the results in the form of array. So res is always going to be an array. So if I just save it, let me add more part to the string like this. So if I refresh, I got 2 ins, and 2 in are present in my string. That is this one and this one. So I globally it search for all the words that is in, all the ins in my string globally which are present. Then I have case insensitive. That means, let's say I have a pattern 2 is equal to // I want to look for website /i. So here it will search for a word irrespective of the fact what case it is. Let's say if it's W capital and I'm passing W small, I'm adding this modifier. So that is the reason I will get the result. So I will simply say result is equal to string dot, let's say search, or I can use match method as well. And here I will just pass the pattern 2. And if I do console.log of result, we'll get the result value. So if I refresh, I will get the 9. That means at 9th index, this W that is starting is present. Irrespective of the fact this is W capital and this is W small, still we got the correct output. Then we have multi-matching. That means I want to search for a word in multiple lines. So for that, I will just create, let's say another string. So here I want to have a string like in multiple lines. So let me just add escape character to get this string in multiple lines. So I will just add backslash in all the places. So I will have the string in multiple lines now. Now we are going to create the pattern. Let's say var pattern underscore 3 is equal to, let's say, slash. I want to look for a word, let's say in, and then I'm going to add m is defining multi-matching. So it's m modifier is the multi-line matching. So it's multi-line matching. Yeah. Now we are going to create some result. Let's say 3 is equal to string dot match. Here I'm using match method. We can use any method. And then will just pass my pattern over here. And I will just say console.log of result 3. So if I save it, if we refresh, we'll get the null value. Now let me just console the string as well, just to show you guys this value actually doesn't exist. So this is how your string looks in multi-lines. So definitely in together, there is no place where it is present in the starting of the string. Now, the moment I will do something like this, let's say backslash n here and backslash n over here. Now if I refresh, I will get this value. That means n is present here in the starting. So this is how I will get the output. That means at index 20th, I will get this. The next we have, let's say 0 to 9. Let's say if you want to find any digit between the mention brackets. So this is how I can use, let's say string underscore 3 is equal to, let's say I will have a numeric string. Definitely the condition is string has to be a numeric string. And then I will just say console.log of string underscore 3 dot match. And here I'm going to pass some pattern. Now this pattern, let me just store it in some variable only. Let's say fourth pattern is equal to // Here I will put, let's say 1 to 4. So if any digit between 1 to 4 exists, that will come. And here I can just write GMI, MGI, all these are just modified. So everywhere at the end you can add. So let me just add G. And here I'm going to pass this pattern 4. So if I refresh, I will get this. That means 1, 2, 3 exist in this string, which is correct. Now the same we can go for the alphabets as well. So whenever you want to find any character between these mention brackets, I can use it. So I will simply say, let's say var pattern underscore 5 is equal to // Here we are going to pass, let's say A to S /G. So globally they are going to look for that word. Now we know console.log of, we can use the first strings, that is this one, the very first string dot match, and here I'm going to pass the pattern. So if I refresh, I will get this. That means all these characters, these were characters from A to S, exist there. Now the exactly same thing we can go for capital A to Z. That means I just have to replace E with capital A and S with capital S. So if I refresh, you will see only O is there in capitals, which is correct. Only one O is there. So between A to S, only that character is present in capitals. So this is how I can use these modifiers. Now next question comes, how am I going to use them? Definitely when we will do validation, we'll use them again. But simply how, let me just give you guys one example how we can use. Let's say I want to have an email validation. So we have one test method for that. So just like match, search, there is one more method. So this is how we use it, pattern dot test and then we pass the string. So this is the syntax to use that test method. So this returns true or false, and then now I can put this inside the if and else. So if I put this inside some if condition, let's say, so if this returns true, then it is going to be a correct pattern, and if it's a false, that means its string has some problem. Okay. Now pattern I will get online dot test, and string is something that will come from the user. In real time, data always comes from the user. So this string is going to come from my user only. Definitely that data user input is something we are going to see in forms. Now, how to get this pattern for email validation online? Simply go to Google and look for email validation, regex. You will get a lot of links online. So just click on the any link. So you will have a lot of regex over here. So choose any regex. You have to like kind of do a hit and trial as well sometimes, but generally you will get the correct regex. So simply get the regex. So there are so many regex like you can see. Just copy this regex. Let's say I'm copying this regex. Now online open regex101.com. Next question comes, we need to test our regex as well. Now for testing, we can use this test method as well. Or we can test online and then we can use that there. So just paste the regex that I just copied from online. Now here I can select the, let's say /g global. Now if I want to do multi-line, so GMI insensitive. So GMIR added here. This is going to be my string. I'm adding, let's say admin@gmail.com. This is what we call my test string. So if it matches, then it will give you the result here. You just have to select the language as well. So we are using JavaScript. Select language. This is my pattern and this is going to be my string. But let's say if I remove this, then it is going to give me, if it gives me an error, that means this string is not correct. And it is showing me that string is not correct. So just copy. Now, once you get this, just copy the string from here. Just store it in some variable. Let's say var pattern underscore email is equal to this. Just put it inside the slashes. If you want to add GMI, we can add that as well. And simply I can just use pattern underscore email dot test, and then I can pass the string. Now that string is nothing but my mail ID. Let's say admin@gmail.com. So this is how we can use, search for it online, test it online, and then simply use it in your code. This is just one statement. I can put this in if, else, wherever I want. So this is how your email is validated. We will come again on this regex because during validation, this regex is going to be used a lot. So this is how we can use regex in JavaScript. Now regex is generic topic. You can use it with PHP, C, PHP, Python, Golang, any language. So this is a generic topic, but you really need to have good knowledge of it. So this is what we have in regex and type conversion. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel. Do share it with your friends, family, aspiring developers and any working professional who want to hone their skills in front-end development. And do check out my interview preparation material. You can come to my YouTube channel, see the videos for free, and you can definitely prepare for interviews at a minimal cost using my interview preparation material. I've added the description below, so do check that out. And thank you so much for watching my videos.